Let's get you all the latest updates you need to know on Cyclone Yaas. Both Odisha, Bengal fully bracing for that cyclonic storm. The landfall process of this storm, which has now been deemed as a very severe cyclonic storm, would commence in a matter of hours. Already very inclement weather being reported in the coastal districts, and that's because the outer bands of the system has already touched these parts of Odisha and Bengal. Landfall is expected between Dhamra and Balasore in Odisha with wind speeds of 130 to 140 kilometers per hour. It could even go up to 155 kilometers per hour. The Indian Met Department has said that it will cause maximum damage in Dhamra and Chandbali in Bhadrak and Balasore districts. The Odisha government has evacuated 3.54 lakh people in 7 districts of the state to safer locations. The Met Department has predicted that the cyclone will turn into a very severe cyclonic storm by the time it makes landfall. Bhubaneswar, Rourkela and Jharsuguda airport in Odisha will remain closed today. As far as Bengal is concerned, East Midnapore and South 24 Parganas districts will be the most affected. The storm is expected to pass through these districts with a wind speed of about 90 to 120 kilometers per hour. Over 11 lakh people have been evacuated from the coastal regions of Bengal. In view of the weather warning, flight operations at the Kolkata airport has been suspended till this evening, till 7:45 p.m., after which a call will be taken. The Durgapur airport is also closed today.
Actually, the very severe cyclonic storm that that is now over northwest Bay of Bengal, and it is moving at a speed of 15 km per hour in the direction of northwestward. It is about 60 km east from Dhamra and about northeast of Balasore. Around it is about 90 km. And apart from that, we are expecting, since it's moving at a speed of 15 km per hour in northwest direction, we are expecting it will reach the coast very near, and landfall process will start during noon hour of today.
Let me just show you exactly what the trajectory of this system currently is. It's going to be hitting, as you can see here, the north of Odisha's coast and West Bengal. So these are the areas that will be worst affected. If you look at West Bengal, West East Midnapore, South 24 Parganas district, all of them are going to be affected. In Odisha, it's districts like Balasore and Dhamra that will be worst affected. By this afternoon, the eye of the storm, according to the Met Department, will move inland, and that's when the maximum impact of the cyclone will be felt already, because you've got the outer bands of the clouds hitting the coast. You've already got heavy rains and wind speeds picking up. Let's take this across now to Suryagni Roy. He's joining us live from the South 24 Parganas district in Bengal. Suryagni, where you're standing in that district is where the Met Department says the brunt of the cyclone will really be felt in Bengal. What's the situation currently? Few hours to go for landfall.
Well, few hours to go for landfall, and according to the Met Department, the entire area stretching from South 24 Parganas, the coastal areas of South 24 Parganas, till the tip point of Digha, which is in East Midnapore, that entire coast belt will be affected massively. However, as of now, what we do understand is that the landfall will be happening in Odisha, but the wrath of the cyclone, the impact rather, will have an effect from Paradip in Odisha till South 24 Parganas areas, especially where we are right now. However, these areas, the areas from Digha in East Midnapore till this particular stretch of land in South 24 Parganas where we are in Bokhali, these areas have time and again seen a lot of cyclones in the past couple of years. These over here, people have been evacuated. All 250,000 people have been evacuated from South 24 Parganas alone. But however, the cyclone will make an will make a landfall in the afternoon. That is what we are understanding in around Balasore area of Odisha, and the entire coastal belt of Bengal and Odisha will definitely feel a heavy impact post and when the cyclone makes a landfall. Back to you, Akshita.
Okay, so let me stay on with me. Let me also take this across to Indrajit Kundu. He's joining us live from the city of Kolkata, where, Indrajit, there is an impact of the cyclone being felt. It's not going to be as bad as it is in the coastal districts, but a lot of precautionary steps being taken in Kolkata as well. Just take us through really what's been done so far in preparation for the cyclone.
Well, that's right, Akshita. As we've been stating, the memory of Cyclone Amphan and the kind of devastation that we saw here in Kolkata itself is still fresh in our minds, and that's the reason why massive precautions have been put in place. 11 lakh people have been evacuated from coastal areas. In Calcutta, of course, the worry is that there are several high-rises. It's a densely populated city, and also a lot of trees which are very, very old. And because the topsoil in Calcutta is very, not very solid, therefore what happens is during gusty winds, many of these trees get uprooted and roads get blocked. And clearing of those roads is going to be very, very crucial. How soon the Kolkata Municipal Corporation as well as the fire department can do that. But as a measure of precaution, what the Calcutta police has done is, of course, we're standing right next to the Park Street flyover, very, very important flyover. And as you can see, that has been blocked and barricaded because no traffic is being allowed to move on any of the major flyovers in Kolkata. So if you're out in the city of Kolkata for any emergency, then you will not be able to access the flyovers. However, all people are being asked again and again not to venture out, especially during this period from 7 in the morning till about late in the afternoon when the cyclone is going to make a landfall.
Indrajit, I'll just come across to you. I just want to cut across to this live report by Kamaljeet Sandhu on the situation in neighbouring Odisha.
अपनी सेल्फी खिंचाने के चक्कर में सामने आए हैं, तो एहतियात के तौर पे इन्हें बोला गया, बार बार घोषणा की गई कि आप पीछे जाएं, लेकिन जिस तरह से वो आगे आ रहे हैं, ये अपने आप में खतरे का संकेत है। ये उफान है, सीवियर साइक्लोन है, इसे हल्के में नहीं लिया जा सकता। और बोला गया है कि मोबाइल फोन टावर हो, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पोल्स हो, या फिर जो पेड़ है वो तक उखड़ सकते हैं, इतनी तीव्रता है इस तूफान में। तो आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से कैमरा भी हिल रहा है। तो तूफान अपने चरम पे आ रहा है और पिछले 1 घंटे से हम देख रहे हैं कि इस तरह से तूफानी हवाएं चल रही है और अगले 1 घंटे में इसका जो पूरा प्रकोप है वो बालासोर में भी नजर आएगा।
So you can see the impact of the storm already being felt in parts of Odisha. Remember that it's North Odisha, the coastal parts like Balasore, where Kamaljeet is reporting from, that will face the brunt of the storm according to the Met Department. Already wind speeds are picking up, as you can see on your screens there. Heavy rain also being reported in most of these parts. But usually in these kind of very severe cyclonic storms, it's because of the gusty winds and the wind speeds touching up to 155 kilometers per hour that you see a lot of damage being reported. As a precautionary measure in most of these districts, power has been cut off, and for the next 24 hours, that's how it will be once authorities are really able to gauge what is the aftermath of the cyclone. Let's once again cut across to this report by Kamaljeet Sandhu. She's reporting from Balasore.
खिड़कियों के आसपास ताकि वो टूट ना जाए। अगर हम पीछे की इमारतें दिखाएं तो कई जगह जो शीशे की इमारत है उससे खतरा रहता है, क्योंकि जो विंड इम्पैक्ट है उससे वो टूट भी सकते हैं। तो इसी तरह अस्पतालों में भी जो खिड़कियां लगी हैं उन्हें कुशन किया गया है। इस वजह से जो तैयारी है, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर जो गंध आ रहा है, समुद्र से जो गंध आ रहा है, आप देख सकते हैं वो कितना है। आपको लपटों के साथ देख सकते हैं कि कितना आ रहा है। तो यहाँ पर पानी आ रहा है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि ये पानी आगे भी आ सकता है। हमें आसपास के लोग बता रहे हैं कि बालासोर में ऐसा नज़ारा कभी नहीं देखा गया है। उसके बावजूद जो लोग हैं वो यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं। आप देख सकते हैं हम बिल्कुल ऊपर खड़े हुए हैं, एक हाइट पर हैं और यहाँ तक पानी आ रहा है। तो खास तौर पे जो बालासोर में साइक्लोन यास है उसका प्रकोप अब अपनी तरफ से नजर आने लगा है, और जो लैंडफॉल से 2 घंटा पहले और 2 घंटे बाद भी इस तरह का जो प्रकोप है वो बना रहेगा।
So Kamaljeet telling us what's happening in Odisha. I want to cut across now to Suryagni Roy, who is reporting from South 24 Parganas district, another district that is going to be badly impacted by this cyclone. Suryagni, I had asked you earlier also, considering that this is happening amid a pandemic and the coronavirus crisis, West Bengal is one of the worst affected states currently. If you look at the number of cases being reported on a daily basis, keeping that in mind, what are the steps that have been taken to ensure that COVID hospitals are protected? It isn't affected by power outages because of the cyclone.
Well, for safety of the people over here in these coastal towns, the electricity has been, taken under control. It's been cut off so that no untoward incident happens. Because if and when strong gusty winds, lash on the ground, and over here, I'd just like to show you these are high tension wires, which basically, bring in electricity. But these have been switched off majorly because there might be an untoward incident. However, this is a precautionary measure. Now coming back to your question, Akshita, that what happens to the COVID facility centers? The COVID facility centers are not, they are not on the coast, on the tip of the coast. They are a bit in the mainland, and that is the reason why they are safe. And the makeshift COVID facilities in and around these coastal beach towns, coastal tourist towns, even they have been shifted a bit towards the mainland so that people, who are being treated do not suffer. Yes, as you rightly mentioned, West Bengal is one of the states where cases are high. 17,000 cases were reported in the past 24 hours itself. And amidst that comes this very severe cyclonic storm. But the government has evacuated people, they have moved people back, and the government is trying to make sure that they do not, end up in a soup, because they have two tasks to handle: the aftermath of this and the ongoing COVID pandemic. Back to you.
Indrajit is also with us, getting us the live updates from Kolkata. Indrajit, you were talking about how there's been such a sore experience after what happened at Cyclone Ampan. A lot of comparisons between then and now. You were out reporting during Cyclone Ampan as well. Do you see the authorities being much better prepared now?
That's right, Akshita. That has come in as a lesson as far as the Bengal administration is concerned, because what we've seen last time, especially in Calcutta, in a city, in metropolitan city like Calcutta, which was literally ravaged by last year's cyclone, we've seen thousands of trees, huge, fully grown trees, blocking roads like these. And that time, the Kolkata Municipal Corporation was not very prepared, because they did not have sufficient number of electronic saws, electronic equipments to cut those trees and make way for traffic to move. This time that preparation has been put in place. The fire department and the disaster management department, they have all come together so that there is no such untoward incident, even though, the good thing, of course, is that Kolkata has literally been spared by this cyclone, which is moving mostly between Balasore and Dhamra port. So we are getting an effect of the cyclone, but not the direct impact of the cyclone. However, as a precautionary measure, as I've been saying, operations at the Kolkata International Airport has been completely suspended for most part of the day. From 8:30 in the morning to 7:45 in the evening is when all operations at the Kolkata Airport remain suspended. So no flight operations at the Kolkata Airport as a precautionary measure. And, there are several control rooms from which the administration is monitoring the situation. Mainly, of course, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee at the State Secretariat Nabanno, where a centralized control room has been opened. And she has been there all through last night, and she will be there till such time the situation normalizes in West Bengal. Akshita, one important point: 2 people have already, died in West Bengal. This was given to us by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee yesterday. One from North 24 Pargana, one from Hooghly. This is the precursor to small little storms that took place in both these areas, in which several houses were destroyed and 2 people died of electrocution.
All right. Thanks for that update also, Indrajit. Let's focus again on the state of Odisha. As Indrajit pointed out, it is the districts of Dhamra as well as Balasore in Odisha that will face maximum impact. Kamaljeet is reporting from Balasore.
एतिहादन और खास तौर पे क्योंकि जो साइक्लोन है वो इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग है, उसकी जो विंड स्पीड है वो इतनी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है, और इस समय जितने फिशरमैन हैं उनको भी एतिहादन पहले ही बोल दिया था, वार्निंग कर दिया था। और कल तक हमने देखा कि सारे जो फिशरमैन हैं वो वापस, यानी मछुआरे हैं, वो वापस आ चुके थे, लेकिन उनके परिवार वालों को पीछे साइक्लोन रिलीफ सेंटर। और आपको बता दें, यहाँ पे क्योंकि पैंडेमिक का भी मार चल रहा है, जो साइक्लोन रिलीफ सेंटर है वहाँ पे सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग करना, मास्क पहनना, टेम्परेचर चेक, वो सब कोशिश की जा रही थी, लेकिन वहाँ पे भी थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा था। तो आपको बता दें, ये जो हवाएं हैं अब और तेज होती जा रही हैं, और साथ ही साथ जो लहरें हैं वो और खतरनाक बनती जा रही है। आप देखिए इम्पैक्ट, अगर आप वहाँ पे इम्पैक्ट देखेंगे दूर से आपको नजर आएगा कि किस तरह से समुद्र की जो लहरें हैं वो अब ऊंची ऊंची उठने लगी हैं और इसका खतरा जो है वो जो तटीय इलाके में सबसे पहले नजर आता है और इसी वजह से लोगों को यहाँ से हटाया गया है, पर कुछ लोग बाहर हैं जैसे हम पहले बता रहे थे आपको।
Okay, so the information we're picking up, and you can see how rough the seas are, how winds are picking up in Balasore as well as in parts of Bengal.